As of today, Elon University reported 33 total active COVID-19 cases on campus. Earlier, I spoke physically distant with the chair of the Healthy Elon Committee, Jeff Stein, about cases on campus, measures we're taking, and how the Elon community begins to move forward.
So where we stand today, vaccinations of students is what percent?
So we have about 96% of undergraduates vaccinated. That's a little over 6,000 undergraduates, and about less than 4% have filed exemptions. So that's that's about 230.
Okay.
And over almost 91% of full-time faculty and staff are vaccinated. And I think we're seeing that in our case numbers. You and I were talking earlier that because you have 6,100 undergraduates who are vaccinated, you have a much bigger pool. So our cases thus far have been more vaccinated individuals. What we've learned, though, in studying the cases is those who are unvaccinated have been much more likely, percentage-wise, to become infected. I believe when we last looked, it was almost 20% of unvaccinated undergraduates had been infected. And that's really because Delta is so contagious.
What do you say to students who sort of have this frustration of, okay, but now I am fully vaccinated, the vast majority of this campus is,
yes,
I have to wear a mask inside the classroom, where the university's position has always been that COVID doesn't transmit inside the classroom, right? There's no evidence of that.
Correct.
Yet I can go to certain places for trivia night and bingo night, just across the street, can get coffee just across the street, and I don't have to wear a mask and I feel perfectly safe. Yeah. So what's the difference when we're here in the bubble, where again the vast majority are vaccinated, and yet we can go just outside and kind of have that choice to ourselves?
You're getting right at the heart of the issue of why do I have to wear this thing, and not every place is the same. For us, as I mentioned earlier, masks are a way that we are protecting, adding additional protection for those who can't be vaccinated, and for those who have children at home or relatives at home who can't be vaccinated. So we feel as though wearing a mask is just a little bit extra work, not a lot, but part of the privilege of being in this community.
So I want to ask a little bit about boosters and just kind of the future of what a fully vaccinated individual looks like. So I just got tested the other day because I was going on a retreat, and that's the policy.
Right.
And I noticed at the bottom of the My Readiness page, it said like you're a green lit student until December 31st of 2021. I hadn't seen that date because I obviously hadn't been tested, being fully vaccinated. But so will I not be considered a fully vaccinated student come January, or what's the point of that date?
So that date was chosen particularly, we needed an end date. We needed a date to say, look, we don't know long term. And what we have heard is that these vaccines start to wane at 6 to 8 months, and that we knew that boosters were a possibility. That is not set in stone, that December 31st, but it is a way for us to point to the vaccine that we've gotten so far doesn't last forever.
So can students expect a potential booster requirement just for the spring?
It's very possible. It all depends on what the CDC says, but I think it's certainly very possible.
Looking to the next few weeks, what are your biggest concerns with everything in terms of cases? You say where you think we're potentially at some type of plateau. Where can you sort of see ourselves by the end of the semester?
You asked about concerns. The concern is always people getting sick, or what we're seeing is that some who are vaccinated think it's a free pass and I can take on really risky behaviors, and we don't want that. We don't want anyone to think that their responsibility to others in the community dissipates. I think any move into this sort of post-pandemic kind of thinking or work feels premature, and I think would be seen by many as not paying attention to what's going on right now.
Stein and I also spoke about the vaccine requirement coming up for the flu vaccine, and to watch the full sit-down interview, you can visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.